How you going, people? Let's talk about proportionate force or a reasonable reaction. Or does the punishment fit the crime? Now, in legal procedures, when you're in court, the courts make rulings a lot to make it proportionate as far as, you're not going to give death penalties for parking violations. That would be, not reasonable. So when you're using force against somebody, your reaction has to be reasonable or your conduct becomes more egregious than the initial assault or the initial conduct. So when conduct causes you to give a violent response or gives you justification to give a violent or physical response, your reaction has to be proportionate to what happened. If somebody says you need to lose weight, you can't just beat the hell out of them. However, this guy does not know the code of the bald, and he messed with a bald guy. So let's see if his reaction is proportionate.
You get ready to get punched.
Oh my God, poor old man!
Don't ever hit my truck, bitch!
Jerry!
Okay, so hitting a truck with the palm of your hand, is this a proportionate response? Absolutely not. Even though this guy was wrong, and I know there's going to be people out there, hey man, you hit my truck, I'm going to take you out too. And I'm going to get in your face. I don't know if I'll punch you, but I'm going to back you away from my truck so you don't hit it again. Because I don't want you breaking my window. I don't want you vandalizing it. Is hitting a truck a crime? Well, I know in California there is a section that's called vehicle tampering. And we used to do that a lot for when we work in auto theft. Crooks will always go by and they'll check and see if cars are unlocked, see if they can get in it, to see if they can steal it. So sometimes we would see them try and open the door, a couple doors, it was locked, and we didn't have anything else on them, so we would snag them, search them, arrest them for that, vehicle tampering section. And I forgot which one it is. It's probably Sheepdog will put it up. He's my penal code guy. So, and I'm sure most states have, you can't just go around trying to see if a door is unlocked and messing with vehicles. So when this guy hit the car, was that a crime? Probably. It was probably vehicle tampering. It wasn't assault on a person. Does this guy have the right to immediately enact the code of the bald on him?
You get ready to get punched.
Oh my God, poor old man!
Don't ever hit my truck, bitch!
And the last punch there, was that necessary? When the guy was on the ground, could he have stopped? Yeah. He got so emotionally involved he couldn't stop. Now, there'll be some people that'll say, this guy's right, 100% justified, the guy shouldn't have done that. Other people will say he made his point when he pushed him away, he should have stopped. Other people will say, he just hit your truck, you should have ignored it and not reacted. So, that's when you get into the if, and, buts, and coconuts. I mean, who's right, who's wrong, who's reasonable, who's unreasonable? Is there a liberal DA? Is there a Republican or conservative DA? Is there, the cop that responds? Is he kind of like, dude, you shouldn't have banged on his truck. You got what you deserve. I'm kind of the cop that would show up and go, dude, you shouldn't have been out of your car. You walked up to him. You were the primary aggressor. Now that you lost, you want to call the cops. Tough. So that would probably be my response, although it may not be popular. It may not be popular or legal. But as a cop, when I responded, that's probably what I'd have said. You know what? Had you not hit the truck, he wouldn't have done it. Now, there used to be, in California, there used to be mutual combatants. And when two people fought, if you couldn't figure out who the primary aggressor was, you could either arrest them both or don't arrest them. Now, normally fighting is a misdemeanor, and a misdemeanor not committed in an officer's presence, an officer can't arrest. So in order to arrest one of these knuckleheads, they would have to do a citizen's arrest. Usually the loser wants to do a citizen's arrest. And how cops would handle that would be like, all right, if you're going to citizen arrest this dude, I'd go to this dude and go, dude, he wants you arrested. But since he started the fight, you can also have him arrested. If you say you want him arrested, I can go back to him and say, if you arrest him, you're going to arrest you. And most people don't want to go to jail. And then you end up talking them out of either one of them doing a citizen's arrest, and you get to clear the scene and screw it. And then you tell them later, if you change your mind and you want to file with the DA, you can. But if neither one of you want to make a citizen's arrest, misdemeanor not committed in my presence, I'm 10-8. Have a good night. And that's how cops would handle it. Now, people be like, you're getting paid and you're intimidating and you should never. Look, cops figure out how to work within the law in order to get sometimes justice that we know we're not going to get in the court. Arresting these two dudes, booking them, tying up an officer, costing the county money, getting them medical clearances, having them get hurt going in or getting out. I mean, it's just towing the vehicles, making a whole bunch of money. It's just not, to me, worth it. Two guys got in a beef. This guy got knocked down. They were both being dummies because he walked up to the truck. I'm 10-8. To me, NHI, no humans involved, no crime committed. This doesn't deserve government interaction. I'm moving on. And I know people, well, you just didn't do your job. You were getting paid. You were a low down. Whatever. I'm giving you reality, people. I'm not giving you the storybook. Let me put on my storybook cop. Well, as a peace officer, I would show up, and we can't condone this unruly conduct in public. And it's my job to protect the public from this. So I'm going to arrest you both. I'm going to tow you both. I'm going to cite you for parking. I'm going to cite you for walking in here on a drive line and impeding traffic. I'm going to get each of you about 4 or 5 tickets. I'm going to tie you up in court. I'm going to get some overtime doing all my paperwork. And I'm going to keep the public safe. Okay? That's my dummy police talk there. All right? Cop-splaining, as some people call it. All right. Well, in that there. Oh, let me finish it.
Jerry! God damn it! Wow!
Don't come up here.
When will you learn? When will you learn?
Little motherfucker.
When will you learn?
Bitch, I'm going in the Oh my god!
Fuck you, asshole.
Get out.
Oh, he fucking tricked. See, look, this is why you can't.
Fuck
Hell
that
no.
motherfucker.
Actually, I think he fucked you, but you can go ahead and say that. If it makes you feel good when you're walking away to talk shit, go ahead. This guy gets back in his truck. He's lived up to the code of the bald, and we'll move on from there. All right. Well, I know I'm pissing off bald people. People, I'm losing my hair. I'm going bald too. Relax. All right. All right. Well, in that there.